few months back on the Mini Masters the Series Facebook page, Stu posed a question. Does a wing matter? With the aerodynamics of the Mini being like a brick, I think is the way that he described it, would a wing make any difference? Now, conversation followed, so it got me thinking, does it make a difference? Well, of course I was going to try and find out. Now, without the help of DDRC TV and Stu Colby, this wouldn't have got off the ground. Stu kindly provided me with a fully painted RC89 coloured wingless mini body shell from Kamtec, the Mini Racer 750. Now this body shell was going to be pitted against everyone's favourite Kamtec, the Mini Monster Kamtec body shell, which is the 757. That's all well and good. Two beautifully looking body shells. However, it wasn't going to be me behind the transmitter this time. I called in a friend. Let me know in the comments, do you think a rear wing or a spoiler is going to make any difference to these mini body shells? And while you're at it, if you get value from my content, do me a huge favour and hit that subscribe button. Every single person subscribing really does help. Let's get over to Blackpool and the Fylde RCCC and get this test underway. I'll see you over there.
So I've called on the services of a friend tonight because I'm not consistent enough with my Mini. Paul Crompton, RC Racer, Insideline Models owner, amongst other things. He's going to be the one running the car tonight. Paul, how do you reckon the Mini with a wing is going to stack up against the Mini without a wing? Is there going to be a difference?
I think there's going to be a difference, but to be honest, I've only ran one with a wing. So I'm thinking the no wing is going to give a lot more steering, but we're going to have to go and see. Okay,
well, we'll see on lap times. Hopefully we'll get some live action up on the rostrum with Paul as we go. Paul's going to be repping RC89 colours tonight. So for the viewers that don't know Paul, Paul is my go-to guru, local model shop owner when it comes to anything RC. Paul, tell everyone a little bit about yourself.
So I've been racing nearly 15 years now. Mainly classes I run now is 8 scale buggy, bit of 10 scale buggy, and here on a Wednesday night running minis for a bit of fun.
So Paul's actually using his own Battcave tonight because Paul's pistol grip and wheel, I'm sticks, so it was easy enough. Yeah. He is trying to convince me that the wheel is the way to go, but I'm not having any of it.
Definitely faster.
Paul, hopefully it goes all well.
Yep.
Hopefully we'll be up on that rostrum next to him, poking him, asking for a little bit of feedback while he's running his races. Oh. We'll see how he gets on. Cheers, Paul.
Thank you.
So 2 minutes in, Paul, how are we finding it with the wing?
Probably could do with more steering, for sure. Like, it's very locked in at the back. I think the wing.
Can you feel the difference in the wing?
A little bit, yeah. It's a little bit smaller wing than this one. Probably a little bit of like an in-between. Sorry.
And any damages, I'll just invoice you them, yeah?
Yeah. We'll sort that out.
I could just edit this video, couldn't I, and just like pretend it's me driving.
You could really, to be fair. Forget the me bit.
Yeah. one heat down. We was using the winged body shell to start with.
Wing body, yeah.
How did we find it then?
A lot of grip, a lot of rear grip in that one. Definitely could do with a bit more steering on this tight and twisty track, so looking forward to trying the body without a wing to see how that goes.
Do you think is it a better idea that we went with the winged one first? There's a bit more grip down, so that's the body shell that we're going to go to.
I think early on in the night the track's a little bit looser, so yeah, it's always a bit better to start off with a bit more rear grip and yeah, go from there.
I mean, our plan was to start with this one, wasn't it? But we've had to make some modifications because when we sent it around the track it was catching a little bit. So now we've got a little bit of a modified shell just to make sure we've not got anything catching. And we'll see how it goes in the next run. Whoa. Initial thoughts on it then, mate?
A lot more steering, to do with a little bit more rear grip. I think something like an in-between between what we had would definitely be the way.
Can you feel the difference in not having a wing?
Definitely.
Yeah?
The rear end feels a lot more floaty. It wants to kick out a little bit more. When we haven't changed the car, we just kind of
normal additive run and just did the body.
See what difference the body makes without adjusting for it. Definitely feel it's a bit quicker, just a little bit harder to hang on to.
Right, okay. So between the two shells at the minute, what are you thinking? What are you liking the feel of more?
I think to be fair, I like a lot of steering, so I quite like this one. Keeps you on your toes a little bit more, and I can drive within the shell or within the car. Whereas the other one, I've got to
wring its neck a little bit.
Yeah, and I don't like doing that.
Does it feel any different when you open it up on those straighter parts of the track?
I don't know if it's like in my head, but it does feel a bit quicker.
It's not got that big scoop on the back dragging it down, is that what it is?
It feels like consistent DRS.
See, I'm putting you off there now, aren't I?
It's always when you were talking. It's been a nice rhythm before.
So locally where we've been, Hicksy's cleaning up. That's Hicksy in front of Paul there now. Hicksy's been cleaning up, so I've had to call on Paul to knock him down a peg or two because I've not been able to do it myself.
Why not finish?
I was going to say, part one, aren't you?
Yeah. How did that work though?
You crossed the line after it. Well, we'll just look at that as the lap before.
As fast as you should have, by the way.
It was definitely quicker. The last lap was a bit slower.
Yeah, so that'll throw your average out, but I can work the average out again once I take.
Well, the average would have been quicker, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I mean, because that last lap will have brought it down, won't it? 14, you could have got 2 more laps.
I know. But like if you look consistently, a lot quicker. Like my best lap was 6:39 last time, and like consistently like 3-4, lots less than what my best lap was last time. I think like that wing.
It's perfect in between, isn't it?
It gives you that enough for like the high speed stability, but like that is just.
Do you know what? To be honest, I think it would make any difference whatsoever.
I didn't think it was making as much difference as what it did, mate.
Yeah.
It's definitely not like a buggy wing falling off. Then you really notice.
Which one are we going with this time, Paul?
My Mini.
We are going with the no wing.
So we're going back to back with the no wing, just
Yeah.
to see if there's any difference in the grip being laid down on the track, yeah?
Yeah, I'm making maybe a little bit less front additive.
And then when we go into the finals, we're going to use this with a wing, but we're going to modify that wing a little bit.
Yeah, I'm going to take a little bit of wing gurney off. Give it a little bit more steering.
This is the fuel of champions, this.
McDonald's is the extra half a second a lap.
You heard that, guys, all right?
He's broke it.
Oh, no! Steering arm. Culprit. Culprit's going live on YouTube. So unfortunately, DNF in that heat.
Yeah.
How was it though for 3 and a bit minutes?
It was similar to before.
Similar.
Yeah, still a bit too twitchy.
So you're thinking that rear wing's going to make a bit more difference?
Yeah, I think so.
So just before we started, when you're doing a couple of practice laps, you mentioned it being a bit more noticeable in corner exit.
Yeah, like coming on the power, and also to be fair, it's this close side to the rostrum side of the track. Like the really, really high speed stuff, it's a bit floaty. So, yeah, I think it needs a wing of some sort.
Okay. So we'll go to the big Kamtec wing. I think as the night's going, we're coming to some sort of conclusion with this wing, but we'll see.
Yeah.
I will have a look at lap times once these come out, and we'll have a look at the final lap times. But I think early sort of guess is that we need sort of a blend between that without the wing and that with the wing, and it may well be that over there. That's the middle ground of the two. So we've got we've got a steering arm that needs replacing. I'll let you get that sorted. Finals time then. Paul's put the Jok3r on pole. We've gone back to the winged shell. A little bit of a modification, Paul, to the shell.
Yeah, just took a bit of wing gurney off to give us a little bit more steering.
So you've broken away from the pack a little bit there, Paul. How is it feeling with that wing on?
A lot safer, the rear end is a lot more planted. It don't feel like it wants to break free on some of these fast corners, like specifically on the right hand side of the track. Before it was a little bit sketchy, trying to go a bit too fast to carry the speed, whereas now the back end is pretty planted. But you can definitely feel the lack of steering now.
Woo! And if you think back, I know it was early on and there wasn't as much grip down when we ran this shell before, but as cutting away a bit of that wing helped any?
It's definitely helped a little bit. It's got a bit more steering than it did before. Definitely could probably knock a little more off, but yeah, a lot more probably comfortable with this.
So when you was running no wing, was it more corner exit that you felt you were suffering? Or was it all the way through the corner?
So, coming out of the corner definitely, but So like going in, it was really good because the car rotated a lot, especially like this top section here. The car just rotated really well. But coming out the corner, it was a bit tail happying, a bit harder to get the power down. And then on the really high speed, like fast chicanes and sweeping corners, the back end was a little bit more floaty, whereas here it just wants to dig and grip.
Now obviously people are going to watch this video and they're going to say that it's just the grip coming in the track. Obviously there is a bit of that, and we've tried to control that as much as we can by running the wingless shell back to back, so it had a fair crack at the grip. Do you feel that that's the case, or is it the wing that's giving you that extra bite in these corners?
I think it's definitely the wing. Like the grip from pretty much round 2 has probably stayed the same. It's not changed a massive amount. Maybe ever so slightly, but you can feel the balance of the car, which is what's changed. Like the balance has changed dramatically between the bodies.
Let's have a look at how those lap times rock up. Paul, thank you very much.
No worries, thanks for having me on.
Just before, I know we're dead far away, but we're down the bottom there. Give your shop a plug. Where are you? Where are you based?
So we are Insideline Models. We are in Thornton, Cleveleys. And yeah, come see us. You can come and have a look around, see some cars.
Thank you very much, mate.
No worries.
Pleasure. Cheers,
Thank
bud.
you.
So let's break this data down a little bit, shall we? So for the A final and the first round of qualifying, we used the Kamtec Monster Mini, the one with a wing. Now, the Monster Mini produced a fastest lap time of 6.14 and a best 10 of 6.22, with Paul's average lap times at 6.43 seconds a lap. With this wing, Paul said that the car felt more planted. It was able to hang on through those high-speed corners, and it didn't feel as floaty, as skitty through the corners. He did, however, say that he felt like it needed a little bit more steering. So next, the Mini Racer, the 750, the wingless mini body. Fastest lap produced was faster. It was a 6.12, and the best 10 laps were at an average of 6.25. Average overall lap time was 6.52. Now, as I said, Paul liked this initially with its pointier steering, which may not necessarily be such a good idea for someone like me. However, if we opt for that big Kamtec wing, well, maybe we might be hindering ourselves slightly. Who knows? As you might have seen in the video, we come to sort of a mild conclusion that it needed something between the big Kamtec scoop that was on the back of the the Monster Mini, and no rear wing at all. Now, throughout the night, we both looked at the fat body's body shell and thought possibly the smaller wing on there might be the ideal. I don't know. I just wanted to give you guys some thoughts, something to think about with your mini racing. Give it a go, try some different wings out, and let me know what you think in the comments. Guys, check out one of these videos and I will see you over there.